Hey guys, welcome to She Knows Arsenal. My name is Jessica and I'm your host, and you can follow me on Twitter at @itschesinho. On today's show, we're going to be doing every single 2021-2022 home kit for the Premier League season. And I already see comments in here, Gooner saying, I hope it's not only kit talk. It won't be. We will be ranking them, have a little bit of fun. In between there, we'll just chit chat about the season and do some predictions and all that kind of stuff. Just build up going into the season, but also just cannot stand talking about just transfers right now. It is killing me. So let's have some fun. Let's try, you guys. So there's about 55 of you guys watching already. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce my panel for today. I have George here. Hey, George.
Hello. I think I missed the memo. It's the old kit. I am at work, though, so give you a pass.
Failure. Now you don't have a kit to rank today. So
no, I don't.
Failed us
Sorry.
Already.
What do you guys think of the button shirt, chat? Is it okay? Is it all right?
Yeah, it looks better than Chelsea. Well, Spurs' third kit.
I mean, at least we know George makes mistakes sometimes. Usually he does everything right.
First you got a Starbucks.
I'm sorry, boss. I didn't do my homework. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, he failed. So yeah, Sulz is here as well. Hey, Sulz.
I didn't get the memo either. I had to run over and just quickly wear one. So,
but see, we're telepathic. Like you knew, I think you knew, like Jess is gonna wear an old kit, so I'm gonna wear an old kit as well. You know, because we're here.
Truthfully, they messed up my order, so I don't have the new one.
Oh yeah, so is it gonna be back for Friday or no?
Yeah, I've sorted it. The guy that I know that sent it, he goes, "I'll send it you anyway. Just send it back whenever."
Perfect. And then we have our special guest here for us today. It's Scott from the Red Cannon. Hey, Scott.
Hello, thank you for having me on. And no, not special, but thank you anyway. Very kind of you today. I'm excited to do this. Yeah, great idea, ranking kits. But yeah, as we said there, we're not just going to talk about colours, we're going to be a chat about other things as well. But yeah, great to be part of the panel and making my debut on one of the best channels out there. I've watched a lot of stuff you guys have been doing on here. Really enjoy it. So thank you for having me on in advance.
Yeah, thank you so much. And what are you saying thank you for? So this is my channel.
Whoa. Like I said, we're the beauties, you're the brains in it. So yeah.
He was like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, yeah. Thank you so much for being here with us, Scott. So can you let everybody know like kind of what you have going on for the upcoming season on your channel? And explain Cannon coins, because that's so interesting and like it's your special thing. So let us know.
Yeah, I won't take up too much of time because I know people want to get cracking. So I run a channel called Red Cannon. We'll be going for about 5 months now or so. Yeah, I guess if you want to call it our USP is so basically we're interactive. So people, if you guys come in and watch the streams, every minute you're watching, you accrue what we call the Cannon coins. It's a virtual currency. It doesn't cost you any money to accrue them. and you can exchange those for like in-stream interactions. So you can, the screen that's behind me, you can play some chants. You can punch me, which gets used every single day in my ads. You can come in and give me a punch. Most of them are pretty sadistic. I get set on fire. I get turned into Mexicans and gangsters and all sorts of stuff. And it's a bit of fun. It's a bit gimmicky, but do you know what it is? What I have learned is that most of my subscribers and viewers, we're now going to Gamblers Anonymous every week, because with these coins, I've allowed people to gamble them on the watch-along, so people can bet who's going to win everything. Well, once we got into the Euros, we've done so many watch-alongs that we were betting on everything. Like anything we could think of. Someone's like, guess what colour pants I'm wearing? Okay, let's have a bet. Is it red? Is it green? And literally, people are gambling them. And yeah, we have a bit of fun with it. But coming up for the season, starting to expand my reach a little bit more now. Now I've been on the scene a little while, starting to try and network and getting more and more guests on. So we've got some shows up and coming. We do obviously we have the watch alongs, the phone in shows, and this Friday on the Brentford one. So if your viewers, if you want to check the channel out, good time to subscribe. I'm doing a giveaway on Friday at half time for an Arsenal shirt, or if you are from another club, perhaps an Amazon voucher. I don't know about that, but yeah, all you got to do is be subscribed and be in the watch along on Friday. So yeah, if you don't have a home for your watch alongs, maybe give us a try.
I love it. You guys, Scott's information for the Red Cannon YouTube channel is in the description box. You can easily just go subscribe there. And all the information for SheKnowsArsenal is also there as well. So let's go ahead and get started with the tiers. Need to be able to see us as well. There we go. So this is how the tiers are going to work. We have all 20 home kits there at the bottom of the screen. And then we have different categories. So at the very top, we have Elite. Elite is the absolute best. That's as good as you can get. The next tier just down is good, but not elite. So looks good, but not amazing. Then we have Meh. You know, maybe it just looks very similar to the last kit that they had, or it's just, it doesn't tickle your fancy, whatever. And then in the bin, these are the kits that, we're not feeling that at all, are we? You know? And then the catastrophic ones, the ugly ones, the ones that we've never be caught dead in, we're burning those. So that goes at the very bottom in the burn it section. And I can already think of probably one or two that I'm going to go ahead and throw in that category just because, you know what I mean? So yeah, you guys, there's 84 of you guys watching right now. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. And let's just go ahead and roll on. So the first kit we're going to talk about and rank is going to be our own. So this is the new Arsenal home kit. We saw quite a bit of pictures of this being leaked before it actually came out. And a lot of us, I think, said it looked like Ajax, like it looked like an Ajax kit, but it's kind of like a riff off of the JVC kit from back in the day. And once you kind of hear that, you kind of see it a little bit more. I would say that the only thing I don't really like about this kit is those blue stripes on the shoulders. I think that kind of kills it a little bit for me. But what are you guys thinking about this kit? I mean, is it better than the one from last season? Are you loving it? Not so much. George, what do you think about this one?
I like last season's. I'm not a fan of the lines on the kind of shoulders as well. I do like the V-neck portion, but for me, it's good, and I'll never kind of downvote us more than that. But I'm just not a fan of this blue stripe kind of on the shoulders. I was kind of upset with it, to be honest with you. I was not a fan at all. And I don't know if I really like the accent on the sleeves with the blue. So I don't know. It's okay. I still think our home kit last season was a lot better personally. But yeah, it's okay. It's not great for me, but it's all right.
Sulz, what do you think?
They hate London's blue and they added blue to our kit. Like, come on, man. Like, why?
It's too much blue. It's too much blue.
It's just weird. It's just stupid. It's dumb. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's the reason I'm not getting it, because it doesn't sit right with me. This, like, I like the fit of the neck, and I think that's a nice cutout. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's like they deliberately needed to do something different, so they went ahead and put a bit of blue on there. But it's not my vibe. I prefer the last year kit. I just prefer the home kit's just got to be a homage to what like your club is about and the colours your club like wear, and I think that's what you got to do. And yeah, it's not my vibe. It's not.
Scott, what do you think about the new home kit? You're wearing the one from last season.
Yep.
Do you like the one that you have on now better than the one from this season?
Yeah. I don't like this fit at the moment. It's called lockdown weight, but other than that, it's a nice shirt. No, to be honest, I've had a bit of a not a love-hate relationship with this shirt, but kind of like a hate, not hate as much relationship. Because when it first got leaked, I was like, nah, straight away. Same as the guys have just said there, the dark blue. As soon as you start putting blue on any Arsenal kit, you're treading murky waters. I think you got to get it just right. And you mentioned the JVC. That was I think of that as the Tony Adams kit. You have certain players that you just reminisce certain kits on. That's the one that I reminisce. And actually, when I look back on that, and I did look it after this come out, I was like, actually, I did have that kit, and I liked it. But this one, when it first got leaked, I didn't like it at all. Writ it off. I'm not buying it. And then, but I always reserve judgment until I see it in person. I sometimes find with kits that I tend to start that way. Don't like them, then I see them and I end up buying it just through habit. But I went and saw it, and actually not as bad as I thought. But it's not on the agenda to buy it at the moment. So for me, I prefer the kit I'm wearing, and some of the guys in there sound 5, 6s out of 10. I think that's pretty fair in that range with it, really.
We usually have such good kits, and our home kit is usually so good. So I was actually really disappointed by it. So I think, is it fair to put this one in good?
No, it's
but
still
not
going
elite?
elite. We can diss it, but still going elite. I don't really. I'm not having anything less than that.
Real, I would have good. I don't know. I can't. It's a rare miss from Adidas. I have to be fair and objective. I don't think they've really missed beyond, but I'd rather wear the hoodie. That's going to sell my money. But
I feel like we backed ourselves at the corner by doing Arsenal first, because if we don't put it in elite, like Sulz is saying, then we can't have certain clubs that could end up higher than us in any league table.
We can always move it later. We can always move it later.
You know what they needed to do? Legit, I would have been so happy if they did this. Kind of the home kit that we had last season, but with that neck. I would have died for that. I would have been like, yep, 100%. I'm having it.
This neck.
They actually could have just updated that one and because that one is elite. That would have instantly gone in the elite pile. So let's just leave it there for now. But you guys, I just want to go, just ask all three of you just really quickly. Let me know if you guys think we're going to win more home games or less home games than we did last season. Last season, we won 8 home games, and that was so bad. This time we're going to have fans in the stands. We had this preseason and all this kind of stuff. Do you think that our home form is going to be better this year or not? Scott, are we going to win more or less than we did last season?
I think we'll win more, but I'm not saying by many. A lot of these questions that are coming up now, we need to see the end of the transfer window to get a real gauge, I think, how the season's going to go. But fans back in the stadium, I think, yes, we're going to be quite disgruntled over the next month until we get the signings we want. And if they don't happen, it's going to get worse. But yeah, I don't see... I don't want to say we're going to have a worse... How can it be worse than last season? Because, of course, it always can. But yeah, I think we'll win a few more this year, definitely.
George, more or less?
Much more. I think the idea of fans really kind of changed the environment, just abroad too in general. I mean, the amount of away wins, I think that'll drastically decrease for us. We don't tend to really do as well away. It was really a surprise during COVID that we accrued that many aways. And I think the idea of a home court advantage, in quotes, is kind of missed really without the fans. I really think there's a lot of surprise results too that definitely won't happen. So many of kind of the Aston Villa games, even the Spurs games of like the 7-2s and that what we experienced, I really don't think happen with fans. So say you get a goal back at like 3-1, I don't think that kind of tapers down into a rabbit hole with fans. I think fans get excited. They give wind in the sails of a lot of players. So I really do think we see a return also to kind of the more traditional wins, even within the top 10. I think last year, there was probably the most variable I've seen. I don't know about the rest of the panel, but in terms of wins, the unpredictability factor, which is always huge in the Premier League, was absolutely massive. Some of the results I was seeing early and even later on in the season, they were nuts for me. And so I really do feel that there's a little bit more of a continuation of what traditionally we've seen as kind of the top 10 wins. I see a little bit less of a point closeness really between the top 8 teams, which I think is very unique to COVID last year. And I think a big reason for that is the home kind of advantage. And I think most teams get that back. So that's my gut feeling.
Sulz, more or less?
100% more. I think that's going to be the trend in the Premier League, just generally. Forget about even if you don't look at Arsenal. They'd done a report. We were the most impacted by the fact that fans weren't coming to stadiums. So we lost more in terms of percentage to games at home. Usually our home record is actually not what lets us down. It's actually away record that is. So I think with the fans coming back, and if we look at our players, they thrive with the atmosphere, and they, especially like Aubameyang, he's a showman, like at the end of the day. And I'm not saying he's going to be back because the fans are back, but I'm just saying like a lot of our players are very much there. They're ego driven. Like even Pepe loves to put a show on, and I think there's going to be moments where their heads drop. But because the fans are there to like push them on, the whole saying of the traditional saying, the 12th man is the fans. And, without the fans, you can't do it. And I think that's going to come back. And especially for Arsenal, and I think there's going to be certain games which ended like 1-0 and we really struggled and our heads dropped and we just let the game go. They're the ones that are going to turn around. So I reckon, I'm not saying we're going to win a drastic amount more, but I definitely think we will win more, but I just don't know how many more.
Yeah, I think we'll win more. I think we'll be fine. Not just like Sulz said, not much more, but more.
Yeah.
So let's move to the next one. Somehow have become rivals. I don't really know how that happened, but all of a sudden we're constantly in their mouths. Like the fans are always talking about Arsenal. Probably has something to do with Martinez. Probably has something to do with Emile Smith-Rowe. But before we kind of talk about this fake rivalry, what about the kit? I mean, it's so just like that typical. I mean, they added some extra stripes to it, but like, I know there's a lot of teams, in England that like this claret and blue thing, but I personally don't love it. It's not my thing. And I usually end up calling them all Burnley, Villa, Ham, so it is what it is. But does anybody like this? Is it too much like their usual kits? I mean, George, what are you thinking?
I'm going to go against the group. I actually kind of like it. So for me, the tough thing, and I hate it because I think I've developed this real kind of hatred for Aston Villa over what they've been doing. So, but for me, what I always want with home kits is I don't think you can go too far from traditional for myself. And you do have to add a little bit of spice just to keep up with the times, but you do have to keep the integrity of the shirt. And so for the most part, I mean, I do kind of like the stripes. I get what they're trying to go for it, but it is kind of a very traditional Aston Villa shirt. So while many clubs carry this claret and blue combination, for Aston Villa, I think it's a fairly traditional shirt just with these stripes kind of in the middle, which I don't mind personally. I kind of like it. But I like the kit. I think this club action, though, it's really hurting me. I've got an issue with Aston Villa fans, so it's tough for me.
Scott, first talk to me about the kit, and then second, talk to me about the fake rivalry that's going on between us and Villa. What you think about it?
Yeah, I disagree. I don't like this kit at all. I don't like that Kazoo logo. I just googled Kazoo to see who that is. It looks like some sort of car finance company, but I didn't even notice that the A was actually a car until I just noticed the wind mirrors. I was like, really? That's your logo? Like, maybe not everyone spotted that, but I was like, okay, I don't, the sponsor can make or break a shirt. So straight away, my eyes were drawn to that. Don't like that. I don't know that badge. Has the Villa badge been tweaked somewhat? That looks a bit big on there as well. But perhaps
I think they made it bigger.
It looks really big. I don't remember it being like that. And I believe is that Kappa the manufacturer?
Yeah.
Kappa's Kappa. I mean, I'm not going to slander the sponsor, the manufacturer, but either way, I don't know. And even that little triangle, that little sort of on the collar. I mean, what's that about? I mean, what's that bring to the table? I just don't know. But as far as, but yeah, for me, it's I like claret and blue. I think the colours they complement each other very well. I've seen a lot better Villa kits. There's some Villa kits I've liked over the years, but not this one. Regarding the fake rivalry. Well, this clearly stems from I think the Arsenal fan base flirting with Jack Grealish. I think that might have been the fuel that ignited the fire. I don't know, but obviously we love a Photoshop, don't we? We get linked with any player, and you've got a Photoshop of him in your club's colours within minutes. So we've been flirting and or twerking. Is that the word we use now? Is that the new flirting?
That's it.
I don't know. We've been twerking for Grealish all summer. Well, going back probably over a year. And Villa fans, I think, have not taken too kindly to that. And it's obviously rolled with the disrespectful bid for ESR coming in, but as much as I think many of us really feared that deal ever happening. We felt we all got offended. How dare they bid for one of our youngsters? We're still negotiating a contract, but I don't know how serious that was ever going to be. Whether that was the agent trying to get a better deal for Smith Rowe, I don't know the underlying reasons for it. But yeah, you can't really comment about Villa at the moment on social media or anything, and without them coming back at us. And I don't know if it's. They're looking at us as they are. Let's be real. Villa are a big club. They're a fallen giant, but they're a fallen giant on the rise. They are on their way back up. They've got back to Premier League. They consolidated their position, and now with their ownership and their squad, they've got a good manager there. I think they've got some good players. Obviously, the Grealish thing is going to hurt them, but it looks like they're investing well. And I just think that they're looking above in the league table and thinking, who can we leapfrog? And we are one of those candidates. So it's quite natural for them to come in for some of our players, or at least try and upset us. But yeah, Villa, for me, I've never had a real issue with Villa as a club. Other than we think it was 96 or 95. They knocked us out in the Carling Cup semi-final, or the Coca-Cola as it's called at the time, on away goals. Always remember that one. I think that was the day that my hatred of away goals was born, and Dion Dublin scoring hat-tricks against us. But then other than that, I kind of forgot who Villa was. It was just like they're a nobody to us. But now they are. They're a team we're going to be battling with this year, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Sulz, before we put this, Aston Villa kid in a category, are we going to finish below them or above them this season?
Do you know one thing I do want to say is, it's funny how we're the most irrelevant club, but everyone wants to be our rivals. It's like it's ironic, isn't it? But in terms of their kit, do you know what it is? I always say the home kit's got to be a homage to like what the club represents. And to be honest, yeah, like the sponsor's a bit weird, but it's still better than that weird W. Is it a betting company they used to have? Was it W88 or whatever? It's still better than that, in my opinion. I think that just kind of put it off for me. Like it didn't really. They weren't able to change the colours or anything, so it kind of just didn't go. But I like it. I think you've got to applaud the fact that, you know what, they put a spin on what their tradition is. But for me, like if I was going to rank it, I'd put it at meh, because it's not my style. I don't know if the Stripes for me are doing it, but I've got to respect, like, that they're sticking to their traditions. That's their colours. You can't really batter that bit of it. I think they're not going to finish above us, not at all. I think we'll get the business done to finish above them. And think, there's an element of like we've not got any Europe to hamper us. So if anything, we'll finish 8th again. I just don't think Villa will finish higher than 8th anyway. But so yeah, no, I don't see it. Because they've got, it's always that, old saying of, what is it, 5 signings at the board in? They still need time to kind of, link up together and actually gel. And we don't look
starting 11 additions too, Sulz. It's not even just additions to the squad. It's starting 11 additions. That
sometimes like they can work out and be like, on the flow straight away. But traditionally, especially that many number of like starting 11 players, it can take at least a few months to properly gel together. And especially those instinctive passes, they're not going to happen straight away, because you're not going to know your teammates that well. So I think they're going to need a period where they might not be as good as what people think. Or the opposite might happen. They might have a really good start, but then start to die out near the end. So we'll see. But I just don't see them finishing above us.
Are we okay to just put it in meh?
Yeah.
I mean, it just is what it is, isn't it?
This one, isn't it? You're looking at the chat. Some people are like, best thing that's ever lived. And then some of us are like, it's disgusting. So I think we have to go somewhere in the middle there, don't we?
We're going to just go ahead and throw that one in the middle and just, So let's move on to Brentford, who will be playing on Friday. Let's just, it is what it is, isn't it? It's cool, like stripes, red, cool, cute, whatever. But this is just one of those ones, I haven't spent a lot of time looking at Brentford. So it just is, it's not anything special.
That logo, Jess. That logo is bad, even for me. Like, I'm not a fashion designer by any means.
Look at my logo and then look at the Brentford logo. Look at my logo, then look at the Brentford logo, and tell me that
I've got a couple of I've got a couple of Photoshop brushes that you just click one button and it comes up with a texture like that.
Exactly.
Literally. With a 2-point stroke.
You know what this looks like? It's you know when you go play football in the park with your mates, and then one of them brings one of their old raggedy shirts from years gone by, and they use it as like the post on the grass. That's what this looks like. I don't know. It's really poor for me. The logo's awful. I mean, the stripes. There's no end to them in the sleeve. Like there's no little lip towards anything on the neck, and I don't know. I'd feel pretty bad if I was a Brentford fan because I don't know. I'm not a fan, but I'm a fan of your club. I love your club. You're so modern, and I love what you guys are doing. But yeah,
modernize those shirts, then. You know what I mean? Like, but
baby steps, right, Jess? It's part of the process for them.
Baby steps. So let's just go ahead and rank this one.
Can I just say, right? I know we've not got on to the other kit, but isn't it just like copy and like don't copy my homework, just make it a little bit different with the Southampton one? I just look at it right there. It looks.
I think they look like Sheffield.
But what can you really do? What could you really do with red and white stripes? I mean, we're quite lucky that we've got the white sleeves and we can move the white. But when
we get to Southampton, they're the same. Like theirs looks just like Southampton. It's actually scary, But yeah, it is kind of like copying my homework. But
I've done no homework here. I'm seeing most of these for the first time, if I'm honest with you. But
we're putting it in the bin, aren't we?
It's got to.
Yeah, you know what the other thing is, right? What I don't like when people do this, right? Is when the stripes are vertical and then like on the sleeve, I know they have to be cut, but it just looks so wrong. Like it's like one's going this way and then it's going that way. It's like it doesn't. It's like an OCD thing. It just doesn't work.
I love how we're spicing up this Brentford like hatred, like 4 days away from rocking up.
No, their club. I love their club. Their football is fucking beautiful.
Love the club. Don't really like the whole thing. I'm not feeling that kid at all. So we'll just throw that one in the bin. But let's move on to the next one. Let's talk about. This is gonna be so funny. The picture that I pulled up is really just to be shady. Brighton.
Well, who's that guy on the left?
Who's the guy on the left? Oh, he plays for Arsenal now. There you go. So to all the people that are like, well, if you're in the photo, then that means that you're ready for the next season, and there's no way you can be transferred. Yeah, you can. Yeah,
I love that. I love that impression. Who's that, Jess?
Guys, earlier I was off that Prosecco. I had one big glass of Prosecco, and I did my own little Arsenal fan impression. And was it good, George? Was it good?
It was something to behold, guys. You're missing out if you don't hear that on live. But you know what? Benny Blanco here advertising. The kit looks wavy. I'm not gonna lie. I love this kit. I'm not even gonna lie right now because look, it's always tough to put your sponsors, right? And I think they've somehow managed to find a good way to put a shirt sleeve sponsor. I that's hard to do. I don't think that's easily done. And the yellow, it works for me. I don't know what other people think. I think this is the best kit we've seen. Not that we've seen a lot yet, but for me, it's a good kit. I'd wear that. I would.
Well, when you look at what they had last season, they had that collar on there, and it was so ugly. Like, I could not stand it. This actually looks really, really nice, and
clean.
It looks good on Ben and on Bissouma and on the young lady on the right. I don't know her name, but it looks good on all three of them. I like that bright yellow pop that they had on there. It kind of looks like Golden State Warriors type thing. Yeah. So I actually quite like it. I think it looks really nice. Sulz, what do you think about this kit?
Like on the sponsors as well, it looks so cohesive. Like it doesn't stick out in your face like, oh my God, they've got a sponsor. That is a way that you know what? If you took the logos and everything away and you just made a shirt like that, that's wavy in itself. Like I would wear that to like a night out or something. So yeah, I think
you're going out, Sulz.
I think nowhere. I think swag, fam. That is swag. That's elite for me. That is elite. That is very well played. Very well played.
Yeah, I really like it as well. Scott, do you like this kit or do you have a different opinion on it?
No, I agree. Absolutely. It's the best one we've seen. I really like it. I like how the do they normally have yellow on it? Is that something they've just chucked in this year?
No, they normally have it.
Yeah.
They do normally.
The,
Okay, well, I do
the weird
like
thing
it.
is, it's the Nike tick that's been gold on the other ones, and then they have a
Right.
few, but not really as much as what they have on here.
Yeah, I do like the fact that you've got that down the side. The collar looks nice, and like I think, as you said, they're clean. It's a really really nice kit. And you're right what you're saying as well, Sulz, about the sponsor, because the sponsor can make or break it, can't it? It can ruin a good shirt or it can make. And I think I like the fact that it's there because it has to be there. The American Express in the middle, but that doesn't. You know, maybe they could have changed. I guess they can't change the color of the font. I suppose it has to be the branding, but you know, it still looks nice. I like
It's
it.
the shirt sleeve for me. Like, how many shirt sleeve sponsors do you think match? Like, whenever I look, like we all try to get one, but it's a weird one to put on, but it works with the yellow. So that's the thing that puts it over the edge for me. I'm like, I don't normally like shirt sleeve sponsors at all, but they've somehow made it to look passable. So yeah, good job, Brighton.
Yeah, I like it a lot. And we have a super chat here from Govan. Thank you so much. He asked, "Are you doing away kits ranking too next time?" We'll try to fit it in somewhere. I'm sure I can gather the guys and we can do away kits, because actually when I was putting this together, I actually thought the away kits collectively are a lot better than the home kits, but
Way better.
yeah, we'll figure out a time to do it. But yeah, I like this one. Where do we want to put this one in the
Elite
tiers,
for me.
you guys? We're gonna put it in the elite.
100.
I don't know if I love it that much personally.
It's
I'm
better
on the
than
edge.
ours, though.
It's better than ours.
It's better than ours. Yeah.
Put it up there.
Well,
I
it's got to
guess.
go in. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's gonna be many that are better.
No.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to really beat that one, because that looks really really nice, and the step up from the one last season, I think is the glow up is really good on that one. But let's just really quick, George, for you, we've spoken a lot about Yves Bissouma on this channel. Will Bissouma be a missed opportunity, or is he still a possibility?
As long as we have Eddie Nketiah on the books, it's absolutely still a possibility in my mind, because that's a deal that I feel as though Brighton would like to explore with us, and I feel as though Bissouma is the exact type of sitter. I've never wavered from my opinion all throughout the summer in terms of what we need to complement Thomas Partey best. I'm not a fan of the deep-lying playmaker mold, especially with a high line, which seems to be our future implementation. In order to take us to the next level, we need somebody that's able to cover ground a lot faster for myself, that can also contribute in progressive passing, which, by the way, I don't know why, but Bissouma gets this rap for not being progressive, when I think people really need to check back his Lille days and check back his Lille numbers for that matter, where he ranks in the 89th percentile for progressive passing. So I really feel as though he gets this rap based on what his role is in for Brighton. And by the way, if we're looking at complementary pairs and kind of easing adaptation within teams and leagues, the idea that we just bought Ben White, I think, in addition to Thomas Partey, and have him in the hole, would be an absolutely flawless type of purchase to also supplement a James Maddison. When you think about a James Maddison and a Thomas Partey, what is missing in that midfield for me, especially if you're going to look for Partey to take over some of those progression reins, it needs an Yves Bissouma. So I have always felt as though he is somebody that would be on the cards. And again, as long as Eddie Nketiah is kind of on our books, and by the way, we've had some pretty strong links about Brighton being interested in Eddie. And by the way, I think that's a great deal for both parties, because Yves Bissouma doesn't necessarily need to be replaced for Brighton. They've bought really quite well in Wepa, and there's another lad that they already have on their books from their academy that plays very similar to Yves Bissouma. So I don't think they'd actually need quite a replacement for him. They could actually just use the money to upgrade elsewhere. And I think getting Eddie for them is an absolutely excellent purchase for them, especially with how they create for their system. Look, I think we all know what Eddie is, but I've always said, look, Eddie is not, for me, a top six leading the line striker, but he is very much a Jermaine Defoe, and he will bag goals, and he will get you consistent goals for a mid-table club. So for me, I really see this as a kind of deal or an opportunity that would benefit both clubs, both in the long term and in the short term for both of them. So yeah, I very much think it's still an opportunity. I'm going to stick to my guns, and I'm hoping that I speak this into existence.
Yeah, I mean, there's still rumors of Brighton being really interested in Nketiah for 20 million as well, which that would go a long way for us. So we'll see how that unfolds. But let's move to our next one with good old Burnley. Burnley. Okay. So with this one, I mean, they're obviously wear the claret and blue colors. They're similar in that way. But, you know, do you like the shoulders? I mean, I don't know if I like that design that much. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this one. This one is almost like, now that I'm looking at this one compared to like that one, now I feel like I was a little harsh because I don't really like the way those shoulders look on this one. But Sulz, I'll go to you first. What do you, I mean, like nobody really thinks about Burnley, but what do you think about this kid?
Yeah, it's all right.
It's a dead kid.
Yeah, I mean, I won't lie. I do like the sleeve. I do like it. It looks quite nice. Like take on things, but the reality is overall it's just a bit of a uninspiring kit, and I think that's just what Burnley are. They're just an uninspiring team. They're an uninspiring kit. I guess it goes. I guess like when you're talking about, you know, what I've been talking about, a homage to what the club is, I guess it fits their sort of uninspiring theme. So, you know, that's
You know what it looks like for me? It looks like the senior creative manager started on it, and then they gave it to an intern and said, "Oh, can you just finish this up for us?" And they
It's not matching up.
No, and they put like a watermark on the sleeves. so for me, it's really, my eyes are hurting. I don't know, like it's very clashy for me. So I'm gonna go with meh and bordering on in the bin. I'm really not gonna lie. Like for me, these really, I'm not a fan of it. Like it doesn't match for me. But I don't know about you guys.
Scott, are you okay with us putting this in the bin, or did you actually?
No,
you like
burn it. It's Burnley. We're Burnley bashing. Just bin it. If we, do you know what it is? I feel like I need to take back my harshness on the Villa kit now, because completely when you like you just done, you compared to, I was like, do you know what? Actually, that Villa kit is not as bad. That's do you know what it's even like in that picture? Just can you bring that picture back up again? Right, even the quality looks awful. Like it looks really thin. Like, do you know what it reminds me of? You know when you go on is it Alibaba or those websites? So they like you get the genuine, and they take a picture of like a genuine sort of fashion shirt or brand, and then they plaster their own logos on it, and you can kind of tell that it's like not the real quality, like Calvin Klein or whatever it might be. It looks like someone's done that. Like I don't think that originally started as a Burnley shirt. I think the Umbro might be photoshopped on.
That's what I mean. Awful. I feel like some intern was given it like last minute and said, "Mate, we got to meet the deadline, so just put something on." And he just put like the
does look thin though. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like,
look
what
how thin
is
on his
that?
arm?
Yeah, like you can see his whole nipple and everything. Like it's so
oh my god,
thin.
Jess. Yeah.
You can. You can.
Literally, I'll tell you, if you get you get a bit wet, so it's sweaty in that you know, it's a good job it's a dark color, because that would be see-through all day long, wouldn't it? There's no quality there.
It's like when you order from the retailer, and then when you order from Wish.
Yeah, Wish. That's what I was thinking. Wish, isn't it?
It's so bad. It's so bad. Like I almost want to burn it. I almost want to burn it.
Who are we reserving burn for? I feel like this has been set up because
you got two.
Yeah, we have
two
some.
in mind.
You got two, right? Because I haven't put any thought into it, right? Okay, fair enough. Long as I know it gets worse, that's fine. Because that's
oh my
bad.
goodness. Okay. Oh, you guys. Also in the chat, the designer that's doing my thumbnails now is actually in the chat. His name is Danny LM Designs. You guys hit him up if you guys need. I know some of you guys are content creators in the chat. Go and talk to him. He does a really good job. And so, yep, that's him. All right, let's do it. Next, you guys, this picture, I absolutely can't. Oh man, he's not scoring any. He's not scoring anything these days.
That's not him. That's photoshopped. Come on.
That's not his. That's not his head in that.
That's tiny, bro.
That looks like Havertz with a Timo Werner
big.
Head. Yeah.
The
it looks like Timo Werner bobblehead. Jesus. No, there's no way that's real. There's no way.
No, I'm finding that. I'm finding it. I want to see.
No, but this is horrible, guys. No,
ever since you got the sponsor with the big three, all of their kits have been awful since then. And I don't like Nike in general, really. It's not really my thing. I'm more of an Adidas person. So I'm looking at this and I'm just like, ew, like the checkerboard with the zigzags plus that big three with the whatever that is on it, plus Timo Werner thinking he's sexy. Like it's just all cringe. Like it's really cringy. Like I really think this is one of the worst kits I've seen. Like,
you know what this looks like? You know what?
Yeah.
You know when you go to mom's for dinner and you've got like her old tablecloths that are like back at the bottom, and she's doing. Yeah, we don't need the modern one. We want it to get dirty so that we don't have to put it in the wash.
It's
You
actually
put
two
this.
tablecloths because they stitched two blue ones together because they got the checkered pattern, and then it got torn, and they were like, "Oh, I've got another blue cloth somewhere. Oh yeah, I've got that zigzag one from the back of the drawer. Oh, we'll stitch those two together. Nobody will know."
Oh, they did them dirty, and I'm not a fan of Chelsea as a club, but they did them dirty. You know, like that's bad. That is
The
purposefully.
Nike kits are not usually. I mean, if you look at the Manchester United one from last season, the zebra one, their third kit. I mean, they tend to have a couple of these every season, and this is one of them. Like, I'm not even like take the football out of it. If this was Arsenal, this is not cute. I would be very devastated
I'd
if
be
this was
livid.
us.
You got to burn that. No, like I don't even think the bin. That's really bad.
That's what Werner sees when he gets to goal. Like legit, like it just bamboozled you.
Big.
It is bamboozled, fam.
They got like 3 patterns, guys. I don't know if you're looking at this. There's that weird checkered one.
Yeah.
There's 3. Like this is awful. This is
that
so
gives you a
bad.
headache.
Do you know what it is? If they had just stuck with the checkered pattern, they might have got away with it.
Yeah,
they might have got away with that.
But you know what's
and
funny
also,
is
the free badge as well. Like, don't have it like see through.
Fill it in.
Do you know what I mean?
Fill it in.
Color it in with something.
I love like the Hot Wheel flames on the inside of it as well. Like
so childish. Like I just can't. But like I think that's what we were kind of talking about. Like how you guys have been kind of saying like it needs to be traditional and like. But what is their tradition? Like, what is a traditional Chelsea kit? Like, that's not anything close to like that. Looks like a third kit. You know, like it really does. It looks so bad. Like we're gonna burn this one, aren't we?
Yeah, burning that. That's giving me a headache.
Nicholas going to unsubscribe to my channel. He come in specifically tonight to see what I gave it for this kit. He's been busted trying to bribe me to give it, but that's awful, isn't it? That really is.
It really is. It wasn't cute at all. Like I'm not feeling it now. Let's move on to the next club. We're going to talk about Crystal Palace. You know, honestly, I like their photo shoots. I like the yellow kit better than this one. Their away kit, that one is fire. This one is okay, but I have to say, like, Puma kits are tight.
Has that been painted on? That he is ripped. That looks like it's been painted on. That's body paint, surely.
It's so tight. I mean, I remember when we had them, like, remember when we had the Puma kits? Those things were so tight. Like
they were.
I don't know, Sulz. What do you think about this one? I mean, the diagonal red and blue stripes. I mean, that's really kind of like traditional Crystal Palace colors and all that. You know, it's Crystal Palace when you're looking at it. But what do you think about like the fit and all of that?
Fit's a bit tight for me. Like I'm no model. I'm no athlete. I definitely haven't been hitting the gym. So that I'd look very, very weird in that kit. But I quite like it actually.
I love it.
I'm not even gonna lie. I quite like it. I think it's like, you know, the subtle goldy, like yellowy touch to it as well. Like it just, I don't know. There's something about it. It's nice. I quite like that. I'm not even.
I like the lines too, man. Like
I like it. I like it. It's clean. I like the neck, like the V-neck. I like it.
Keenan was asking about this blue stripe and why it doesn't go all the way over the shoulder. I have to say, I have to nick them on that. It looks like they just didn't finish.
They ran out of budget. Come on, they're not a rich club. Come on.
Then somebody said this was the Wish Barcelona kit.
No. That Barcelona kit is horrible.
No, this is better than Barca.
Yeah, that is horrible. I'm sorry.
It's good. I think it's good, you guys. I really do.
I don't think it's meant. It's good. I like it. It's clean.
Yeah. So where do we want to put this one?
The one before elite.
Not good, but not elite. Yeah.
It's just so tight.
It is tight. It's a tight kit.
If you actually look at his shoulders, right? If you actually turn your head sideways, it looks like a cannon. His shoulder looks like a cannon. Honestly.
It's actually very, very tight. But that's on them. You know, they gotta wear it. You know what I mean? But you guys, I just let's go around in a circle and I want basically one or the other answer. You know, Patrick Vieira, he's the coach of Crystal Palace now. We're hoping that I think we're all kind of hoping that he does a good job. But does he get sacked or does he survive this season? Scott, sack or survive?
Survive.
Souls?
Survive.
George?
3 for 3. Survive. Yeah.
I think he gets the sack by Christmas. No, I'm just kidding. No, he doesn't. Patty's going to do a good job, isn't he? He's going to try to do something with
Now,
that.
can I just say, do you know the reason why I was watching some of their clips just to because someone pointed it out. One of my mates was like, "Oh, by the way, I was watching Crystal Palace friendly games, and just to point out something to you, they're pressing the space really well." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then he started sending me a few videos of it. I was like, "Do you know what?" And that's the thing that Crystal Palace weren't really good at. They never really pressed like as a team. But they really looked like a cohesive unit that actually had an idea of how they're going to pressed high, and then actually attack together with intent. And that's if they can. The problem is, can they do that for a season? That's the real question. But from the way they're playing in pre-season, again, it's only pre-season. We'll see what they do in the league. But I like what Vieira's trying to do, and if you can get this team to consistently do that, then I don't see. I think Crystal Palace have low expectations anyway, so I think Vieira should be good.
He did that at Vieira, or at Nice rather, mate. Like he had a really great press and attacking play at Nice, and so I always felt like he would definitely employ that here at Palace. But I think the thing for me is they're going to be really poor in defensive transition. I can already see it. I don't see who they've recruited as well. They really leaned into this attacking play. So I definitely don't think he'll be sacked. He'll be very fun to watch, but I also think he'll kind of be mid-table, if I'm being honest with you. And that would be great for Palace. You know,
of course,
not to like, be rude or anything, but I don't think he'll reach the expectations of fans, but at the same time, I don't think he'll crash and burn.
Yeah, but it's Palace. You've got to be real with Palace's
That's the natural order, isn't it? That is the natural.
Yes.
Palace is a mid-tier Premier League team. It's pretty much where they are. Because they have had, they're not sustained Premier League status for more than 5-6 years at a time, 7 years maybe. They do tend to drop eventually. So I think they'll be all right.
Yeah, no, they'll be okay. And you know what? I just want to do like a little special word for Roy Hodgson. Call it like he's like my old grandpa, but like I had a soft spot for him all these years, and I think he did an absolutely immense job with Palace. Like when you start looking at just his career in general, but also what he did with Palace, I don't think he gets the plaudits enough. And I don't know how Palace fans feel, but I think it's awesome that Vieira got this opportunity, but. I think they're going to miss that Roy Hodgson consistency. And thanks, guys. I'm going to take that as a compliment. He's a winner.
Yeah, take that as a compliment. But yeah, I think we're all kind of hoping that Palace does well, just secretly. You know what I mean? Not even secretly, loudly. You know what I mean? But let's move on to the next one. These frauds, Everton. These
that's
losers.
bad. That's bad, Jess. Look,
Kazoo are back.
Kazoo.
How many clubs are they on for a hat trick now? They're on a hat trick, aren't they? They got the others.
It's terrible.
Kazoo.
I think once you have the Kazoo, you kind of have to have like an immaculate kit to get over.
It's the yellow for me, guys. Like, what the hell is yellow gonna do on an Everton kit? Yeah.
This is the Wish version of the Brighton kit.
There you go.
It is Wish version of the Brighton kit. It's not. I mean, it's not. It's just not cute. And then, to be quite honest,
it's like when you give your kid a project. It's like someone just like the designer was like to his kid, "Oh, by the way, I can't really be asked doing my work. Can you? Here you go. Here's a free reign," and that's what he came up with.
Very basic.
I wouldn't burn it, but I put it in the bin.
Yeah, we're gonna
facial hair really sets that off as well.
Yeah.
What's the? I don't understand the yellow. Like it's so stupid. It's just there. Like it's why?
Oh, are we burning it?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to burn it?
We'll put it in the bin.
Do you know, if we're not going to Burnley is worse than that.
We'll put it in the bin. It's not cute. It's just so funny how we like the Brighton with the yellow and the blue and the white, but we hated Chelsea and Everton with the blue and the yellow and the white. But it just shows the level in design, doesn't it? Can't just have the colors. It has to be designed correctly. But let's go around in a circle really quick. Rafa, sack or survive?
Survive.
Scott. So you said survive, George?
Yeah.
Scott?
Absolutely. I think he's going to do well there. I
Sulz,
think he's
sack or
going to do well.
survive.
I think survive. He's got the team. Like I think he's got a good. He came in with a good core players, and obviously
Everton's team is shit. What do you mean?
I rate Rafa highly, though. He will
You
get
think he could-
every ounce.
but there are
of that
players in that
squad.
team that aren't terrible.
I think
There's Alan, there's Rodriguez, there's Decore, there's Calvert-Lewin.
I don't
They're
know
not bad
about
players.
I don't know about the squad dynamics for me. I really think Rafa ekes every little bit out of that squad. He turns them really quite defensive. Richarlison explodes with Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I think, because he's going to give them a structure to really do what they do best, and they're going to milk that channel really quite heavily. But in terms of a defensive structure, and I think with what they have in midfield right now and what they've done to date, I really think that Rafa will do quite well because I rate him highly. I don't know how other people do, but I think he's got amongst the best structures out there. You're not gonna score 3 or 4 past that team. And to be honest with you, for somebody like Everton, I think that's what they need. They were missing that last year, and they leaned into their attack too heavily at their own expense. So I think he does great.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I think we'll have to revisit at the end probably the Burnley ones. People are calling for it to be
Yeah, I'm
burned.
seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah, we might have to revisit it. But let's move on to the team that I have the biggest agenda against, and it will remain. I have renewed my subscription to my Leeds United agenda. The kit's nice though. Like
Can I ask
honestly,
what your
that
agenda
kit
is? I'm
bops.
curious.
Huh?
Did you
What's
just
your
say that
agenda?
kid fucks?
Huh?
Why do you
What
have an
did you
agenda
say?
against Leeds?
Oh, well, yeah. So you guys have to see my face for this one. The reason why I don't like Leeds United, the buns are so obnoxious. Like, can you guys have your own thoughts and like not have the exact same hairstyle? I saw one of their fans said that they were the Manchester City of the championship. Shut up. They gave up just as many goals as they scored last season. That's trash. The whole Bielsa thing, like, I get it. Like, he's all mysterious and he's all loco or whatever. Just stop talking about it. Calvin Phillips, overrated. Like, let's just be real. And I think if you take most of those players out of that system, they're average. They are so average, but that's me.
But you
So
love
there's
their
that.
kit and you're going to go and buy one.
Yeah, this
that
kit is nice.
That kit's fire.
This
That
kit
kit's
is
fire.
nice. I almost feel like it's, like this is so my style. Like I love like the neon yellow with the dark blue and white. That's so it's such like a classic. And look at it's an Adidas kit. Adidas is elite for kits.
Yeah.
It's better than everybody. Like you guys, honestly, I feel like this is elite to me. Like I like
Great
it
teeth.
a lot.
Got
Yeah.
great gums. Great teeth.
Can we? Yeah, and see, honestly, this is what I was saying about Everton. Pick your models wisely. Pick your models wisely. I mean, that makes a huge difference. Look at this guy. Nice teeth. Eyes are shining. He's also a baller. I honestly think this goes in the elite category. Are we all
It's a
in
nice
agreement?
fit as well. It's not
I'm not
tight.
fighting.
It looks,
Yeah.
it's clean and slim. Yeah, I think
It's
that's
simplistic,
good.
cohesive. It's everything you look for in a kit.
Yeah, for sure. So elite for the Bun Boys. All right. So
For the Bun Boys.
I can't stand them, you guys. Like, seriously, I can't. So let's move on. Oh, well, if James Madison is in the picture, that means he can't be sold. Yes, he can. All right, so let's look at this kit really quick. You guys, is it
What was
tie
you
dye?
saying?
That looks
Is it-
camo.
Is
But
it
in
You
blue.
said
camo?
Adidas can do bad kits then, because this is
Yeah,
I
this
don't
is
know.
not one of their better works. But
It's like they put it in the wash and the color faded.
yeah.
You know what it looks like? It looks like someone's got a map of the planet Earth and the water has overspilled onto land.
Is that
It
yellow
really-
too? Like on the lip? Do you
Yes.
guys see that?
It's gold,
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
It's
It's
gold.
gold.
It's gold.
I
Again,
don't know about that.
why the frick do they do this? Why did they just add color for the sake of adding color? It does nothing. It pisses me off.
It's drowning out the logo as well. Like if you look at it, it's overshadowing the logo. Like it's just too much of the camo. I almost feel like it would have been better just to leave it solid, and with the gold and the white, I think it would have been better. That camo is not cute. Like it's really,
That
really
underline
not.
on FBS as well. Like really let us
That
know, FBS.
underline.
Like that's like triple bolded up that, isn't it? Like
Yeah, you
seriously.
bold it, you capitalize it, then you underline it. Just
Yeah.
italic it
Like
whilst you write it.
Arial black. Do you know what it is? I think half the problem, right? The reason these kits add these, the manufacturers add all these little tweaks like extra colours, Sulz, is because if you go back when I was younger, it might be a little while now, but you get one home kit every 3 years. So manufacturers couldn't afford to take a gamble on these kits and say, well, let's just try our luck on this. You know, that's the kit for 3 years because every team now brings out a new kit every single year. There's only so many things you can do with a blue shirt. There's only so many things you do with a blue and white shirt, a red and white shirt. So they take little sort of punts on these little tweaks here and there, like what's happened with ours this year. And I just think that's what gets you away from like those classic kits that we're talking about, because they've got to come up with something new every year. And unfortunately, you can come out with one good kit, but in a year later, you can't use it again. Unfortunately, so
Well, nobody's going to be
it's a
using
shame.
this one. This is horrendous. But
Yeah.
Nicola put in a super chat. Thank you so much for your super chat. He says, you done me with the kit, but it's my birthday in 5 minutes. Cheers. I love you guys. Happy
birthday, mate.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Is this is Chelsea fan. I'm sorry about the kit, man, but at least you get to see another birthday, which we love. Happy birthday to you. This is a horrible kit, you guys. I want to put it in the bin, to be honest.
Really?
Horrible. Yeah, it's horrible.
Do you want to put it in meh?
I want to do it in meh. Personally, I don't think
Are we being too harsh?
A little bit for me. It's a lot with my eyes. I definitely don't think it's good, but it's kind of like, it's okay.
Is it better than the Brentford Sheffield kit?
Oh
it's
my God.
just above that, maybe?
No.
Yes, for me.
Do you know what, though? Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
I might be in the minority on this one.
Let's put a pin in that one. There's a few. There's that, the Burnley and the Villa. We've got to revisit, I think.
We'll probably have to
come back to
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But you guys, just really quick, yes or no, will James Maddison be an Arsenal player by the end of the window, George?
Yes.
Sulz?
Just hand him the shirt and get him to start because he's coming.
Scott, will James Maddison be an Arsenal player by the end of the window?
No. Gonna be the miserable one. I think we're gonna divert a guard somehow. I feel like we're really playing the long game on him. It's a cheaper option, and we're budget FC. We always go cheaper option. So yeah, I think we're gonna miss out. We're gonna be disappointed.
Oh man, that's gonna suck if that happens. You guys let us know.
I'll happily be wrong. Come and give me a punch on the channel when I'm wrong. You know, like feel free. Like honestly, I hope I'm wrong.
Oh yeah. All right, let's move on to Liverpool.
Orange.
Ooh, yeah, it's orange. It's the red. I don't know. Like with I don't know if the women's one is different, which I think it is because it doesn't seem to have that same like textured pattern as the men's. But again, Nike, it's okay. But I would actually just say like I could give this a straight meh. I don't like it. I don't love it. I don't
like the orange for me. That's why I agree with you. It goes meh for me because I actually don't mind the background, like little texture there. I don't know if they had just put like a decent burgundy color or something with like a black lip. I'm not a fan of that hot orange with it. I'm really not.
Can we throw this in meh? Does anybody have a different?
No, it looks like they've tried to do a bit of a Roma style. Roma's red and and that orangey color, but even the lines on that as well. They've gone for, they haven't gone full lightning. They've gone for just slightly jagged, which is a bit sort of, either straight or go all out. Don't just do a slight jagged edge. So no, not for me.
Yeah, let's throw that one in the mad. Just is what it is, like, let's go to the next one. City. Okay, City has them tight Puma kit. They've switched from Adidas, I think
so different between Walker and Sterling. Like it looks so much better on Walker because of how he's filling that out.
Well, I like the neck on this one, to be honest.
Same. Guys, I love this kit. But granted, I love like baby blue. Like I have like a little bit of bias towards that of just as a color, but I think it's clean.
Have we got a closer picture of the texture? That texture's throwing me off. Is that like, what is that?
I think it's just bubbles, right? Or
I can't really get any closer on it. But one thing I can say about it is that white on the side, like the way that they have it cut, makes you look slimmer. So when you're looking at Kyle Walker, it looks like his frame is like a lot better. It keeps you from looking boxy. So that's like a nice touch. I like that they kept it classic without having to do anything like crazy, like add checkerboards and all that kind of stuff to theirs. I really like this. I would probably throw this in good, but not elite. What do you guys think?
Yeah, there's a lot of going for it. I think this is where, you know, going against like sort of, I wouldn't even say they've gone against their tradition, but where you can try something, but it's worked. I quite like it.
It's elite for me. I'm not gonna lie, because they did do something a little bit different and they pulled it off, and it's still kind of classical. So for me, whenever you do that, that's special, because I don't think that's done often. So I would do elite personally, but I probably am biased. I love this like color combo, like period, white and baby blue. That's my go-to. So
this guy's right. They're away kit. Their away kit's elite. Their home kit, I think, is good, but not elite. Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, let's put it in.
I'm not sure I'm massively keen on that collar though.
Oh, really?
I don't think you can get away from the color though, because that's like their color.
No, I think he's a collar.
No, the collar.
collar.
No, the color. Yeah. No, they can have sky blue. That's absolutely fine.
I was like, you can't get away from their signature color here.
How dare they have sky blue? Who do they think they are? This is not Coventry. No, like just the collar. You got to have the right frame to pull that off. I can't. Well, I don't pull off many shirts, but I certainly wouldn't pull off that one with that. You know, you got to have good big shoulders for that.
That's bold, isn't it? Like if you're going, that's like if you're going to a club, you got to be like able to pull that off.
You see all these lads now when they're really built and like, you know, the Love Island guys are like in their early 20s going in the clubs, and they have them sort of white shirts with that really, really wide V-neck to really show off the pecs, and that. It feels like they've sort of going on that way. But it's
the Love Island kit. That's what we're gonna call this one. Yeah, I think I want to put it in good, but not elite. If you guys think something different in the chat box, please feel free, and we'll move them around. So let's move on to these guys. United. Some people were saying that this kit was really nice. Somebody in the chat box said it was nice in person. Personally,
that looks
where's
bad
the
to
black?
me.
They normally have some black on it, don't they?
They
I don't
do.
really like that at all. Like, I do think that they need to stick with the red and black. I think when you put the white, it's kind of like, who are you? So for me, I just think it's just, and can we just say the team viewers? That's not cute. That's
but you've got to have your player on the kit, right?
You have to what?
Van der Beek and a bench.
Oh, Van der Beek is the team viewer. Yeah, for sure. From the bench.
So you got to have that in it.
I'm not a big fan of it.
That's got to go in the bin for me. And look, I have a big United bias just because of who they are, but that's awful for me. Like, that's not even traditional. I don't know what they're going, and they haven't pulled off a modern view of it. The shirt lines, I think, are pretty poor too. Like inside, I'm really not a fan. I don't know if it looks too retro, to be honest with you. If it had black, I'd probably be with you.
If it was black, that would look so much better.
Fire. That would look really nice if it was black, personally. But
have they done something with their badge as well? They've put like a black.
I think they always had that.
Badge.
They had that on the retro kits. Remember the old one?
I feel like they've added that in. I'm not sure that's normally there, that black round.
The old one is traditional. I remember them having that black one for sure. I really like that.
Yeah.
That's why they had that black background shield on one of, I think it was 1921, I think. No, I think I prefer their 1920 kit over this one. I just think this is just so wrongly done. It's like when you look at it, you just think, meh.
Yeah, for sure. And I think Harris in the chat box I can feel that he's a Manchester United fan, so he's not liking what we're saying. But
also, it doesn't fit. It's like, you know, like an oversized tee.
Yeah.
But then, you know, if you're going to do that, it's like you got to tuck it in. That's like the only way it looks good. Like, this is just like, it's just, the fit is quite off for a footballer, in my opinion. I think if you're going to do that sort of bagged look, then it's got to be tucked in. But yeah, it's a bit of a.
I mean, on the little thumbnail, it looks better. To be honest, the little thumbnail.
I was just looking, and like a lot of their marketing for this is with the undershirt arm or whatever they call it. Like, there's not many pictures on a quick Google search where it's just normal short sleeves. They seem to be trying to promote either the long sleeves or with the undergarment on it, which I always never really works if you go for the same color, does it? It needs to be white, or if you have
Maybe it's such a useless thing to say, but honestly, I swear if they had just outlined it in black, like where the white was, I really think it would pop. Like it's like a different ball game.
I've just found one picture which has got it just on a dummy, like a model, and it's just normal short sleeves. And actually, it looks completely different. It looks much better. So I just think maybe
I
the
think
marketing's a bit wrong on that.
The long sleeves, the thick cuffs, because then it makes it too much white. And then with Wan-Bissaka, he's wearing the under thing, and it does look better without it. I would throw it. I'm gonna throw it in meh. I actually don't think it's that bad, but it's definitely not. It's not special. Like, you know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah, it's just
not
you look
doing
at it and just
anything.
think.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's go around in a circle and just straight answers. Who's gonna have a better individual season? Is it gonna be Jadon Sancho or Jack Grealish? George,
What do you mean statistically, or do you mean like how do you mean?
Like at the end at the end of the season, who is going to be worth their price tag?
Oh God, Sancho for me, because I think he's a steal at the price tag that they got him at. I'll be honest with you, I still don't understand how they got him so low. I think Jack, and I've said this before, kind of maybe controversially, but I don't think he has as great of an individual season as he did with maybe, say, Villa. I think he does really well for City. I just don't think he's given the freedom from Pep. And I think historically Pep has not given those types of players the freedom to truly thrive. And I think, Sancho will have a better season because I don't think that there's enough better players in that team to demand the ball, and he'll just look excellent in that team, deprived of really any chance creation. So I have a feeling that Sancho will absolutely have the better season. But look, I also think that he may not be used correctly as well. I think Sancho will probably be used off the right wing with Aaron Wan-Bissaka behind him, especially when Marcus Rashford returns. And so I think both will struggle. By the way, I don't think they're going to have the expected seasons that they want, but Sancho will much more likely prove his price tag because I felt it was undervalued. I think Sancho has to be £100 million player, period. And anything less is an absolute steal for me. And then Grealish at £100 million, that's a lot. And I don't know if he gets the freedom to really be that 100 million at City. So yeah, I think it's Sancho.
Sulz, do you agree?
No.
And quick answer too. So,
all right, quick answer, Grealish.
Okay, Scott, quick answer.
Quick answer, Sancho, but Grealish will pick up more silverware.
Yeah, I think Sancho. I just, for some reason, I just feel like it's a no-brainer. I think he improves them, and I think Grealish gets lost in all the world-class talent that they have there anyway. But let's move on to the next one. Newcastle. So that
looks like a piano.
Yeah. So not great. But
what the hell's the middle white stripe?
That
is that E sharp?
Has that got buttons? It's got buttons on it.
It has buttons on it. It
Wow.
has buttons on it. And so that makes it, now the black stripe looks weird down the middle, these big chunky stripes. I don't like it at all. I'm actually sad that Joe Willock is going to be wearing this next season.
Can I just say, why the hell is I thought it was just maybe the picture you chose, but every model picture has this weird glow to it that you can't really tell what color the kit actually is. I don't know if it's just my eyes or like what it is, but there seems to be this after effect. Yeah, it seems to be this after effect on the picture that just, I don't know, it throws me off a bit. It doesn't look normal.
It's that middle stripe for me. Like,
dead.
It looks really bad. Like, it's got to go in the bin.
This one is in the bin for me.
If they literally just colour that white stripe in the middle in black, you probably get away with that. And
that's what I mean. Off. Why the hell is
ruined
it? It's E sharp. It's a piano.
The E
it's
sharp.
A big H.
Yeah.
H for history, like your club. You know what I mean? Like, seriously. What is that?
Why is half the logo come in and just cut the colour out? And like it's just so fucking random.
Oh,
It's
You know
there's a
what's funny?
there's a comment
It's
down
probably
there
not
that
even white. It's probably
where
blue.
oh
what is the
Vizzy, he's
comment?
killing me right now. The priests of New Tyne.
Yeah, it does look.
It's
Do you know, I was thinking now. I just didn't want to say it. I
cringe.
was like, it definitely looks like it.
Oh, that's so bad. Yeah, in the
Yeah,
bin,
it's
right?
tuxedo adjacent.
Tuxedo
I can't.
adjacent, Lord
Jesus.
Gooner.
Just burn it and try again.
I think we have
Like,
to burn this
Burn.
one, to be honest. We've had too much negativity to say it, like too much negative stuff to say about it.
That's
There's
true.
nothing really redeeming from it, to be honest. But you guys, really quick, just one word answers. Is Joe Willock at 25 million to Newcastle good business or bad business? I'll start with George.
Good with the sell-on clause.
Souls?
exactly the same. Good because we got the sell-on clause.
Scott?
Full house for same reasons as well.
Lovely. All right, let's
Mm,
So Norwich,
mm,
Norwich?
mm.
Norwich. Is it Norwich or Norwich?
It's a silent
I call
W.
them
It's a
Norwich.
silent W.
Yeah.
Norwich, yeah. I was up there recently and I was saying this. I was like, why have they put the W in there? What is the point? A silent W. What does that really bring to the
Yeah.
table? You know what I mean?
This is
It's-
bad, guys. Too. No.
It's difficult because the colors are
Ah.
horrendous on their own. So you have to really keep it simple, in my opinion. I feel all that little stuff that you're doing on the side, it's looking like, I don't know what they were trying to do, get creative. I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah,
I
I'm not.
hate it. Like, I could not wear this. Like, sorry, Norwich fans, this is tragic. Souls, what do you think about this?
It's just vomit. Like literally,
Yeah, it's bad.
you look at it and you just think, yeah, I just want to vomit. Yeah,
I
it's
hate
just-
it.
I'm not
the
burning
thing-
it
the thing
though.
is, you know, like when
No,
we've
no,
been
no.
talking about like how like the sponsors need to come together and
Yeah.
like it needs to. It's just like they just put it on there. Like yeah, we'll just put it on. Like because we have to. It's like someone's gone through the checklist. Okay, we need a bit of green. Cool. Let's just color some green in. Right, we need a bit of yellow. All right, we'll just fill the yellow. Right. Oh shit, we need to put sponsor. Okay, just put the. It's like everything's an afterthought rather than trying to think about what they're trying to do. It's just shit.
I actually really, really like it.
Do you?
Do you know, no, I don't really like. I normally like Norwich kits. I like yellow and green together. I know
It's a
everyone
good
else doesn't.
combo.
I don't mind yellow and green. I do think they spoiled it with the sleeves. That yellow doesn't need to be.
Do you think it's
there,
the model,
and-
guys? Like, are we biased by the model wearing it?
Check that actually. Yeah, let me put it in.
Put it on.
That's,
Put it on the guy with the tash at Everton, and do we say the same thing?
Does anyone even know? Yeah, does anybody even know what manufacturer that is? Like who is that?
Joma.
Joma. Fuck are they?
Joma. It's, you know what? I honestly feel like it's hard just because I don't like
what?
them.
This
I
is
don't like
shit.
that.
They're away kit. I like it.
Stick
I'd bin it.
I'm
I wouldn't
happy-
burn it, but I'd bin
yeah,
it.
I was gonna say I'll let
Let's
you guys
bin it.
put it in the bin, but I
let's
think there's
bin it.
worse.
The long sleeves even worse. To be fair.
I don't even want to see that. To be
But
honest.
what I will say before they start coming at us, your away kit. I applaud that. That's how you do a kit. So.
All
I'm just checking that
right.
out now.
Southampton, Brentford B. No, I'm just kidding. So, I mean, these are pretty much the same except for black on the neck.
Yeah,
Is this better than the sash?
Don't copy my homework exactly, please. That's literally all I get from this.
Is this
It's
better
mad
than
for
the
me.
sash?
That's not the same. Look at that collar. There is no other kit in the world with a collar like that. They've
It
done
is
something
nice
to
though.
it.
It
isn't
is
they?
Look
nice
at
though.
this. This is Wish, isn't it?
It
This
is.
is Wish.
Yeah, that's
and
a
this is the real
downgrade.
thing.
This is like the
This is
guy who they
better.
copied the homework from. Like this is
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
this is the
I
A star.
yeah.
This is the A star
Yeah.
student, and that's like a guy that was meant to get a U.
But you guys,
I
is
like
this better
the,
than the sash
V's.
kit? Is it better than the one last season? The sash.
I need to see
Everybody
that.
liked
I
that.
don't know.
I can't
I
Everybody
don't
remember.
liked
know.
that.
I like the sash though. That's the problem. Like so, and also like these arrows, they're not doing it for
Oh.
me. I think it's a
Now,
little
see, I
weird.
like them. I actually
Do
quite
you?
like them.
No,
They're going
I
different.
prefer this kit. This kit's wavy.
Really?
Are the arrows going in different directions, or is it? Am I
No,
tripping?
they're all
it's just
down.
one way. Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
one.
No, the red
Yeah.
one in the middle's going up.
Oh no, you're right. It is.
Yeah, the red. Yeah. I didn't even see
Yeah,
that.
they're going up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good catch.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it. I like it.
I think there's
not,
too much
I'm
black
not sure
on
on the
the
collar.
neck.
Yeah, a bit too much.
I'd go meh. I don't know if I love it enough to put it in the good category, but
Yeah,
I
I think
don't
the color
hate it.
puts it off. But yeah. I do like it.
Yeah.
I see now. I prefer this to the Liverpool and the United kits, but maybe it's not worthy of good.
I would agree.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
not
at the
worthy.
top of meh. Maybe at the top of meh.
Yeah, we'll put it at the top of meh.
Yeah, like that.
Top of meh?
Meh plus.
Meh
Yes,
plus.
yeah.
Exactly. I love that. All right, let's move on to the next one. We got Watford and their steak.com.
That's a
logo.
Sharpie. That's Sharpie, fam. That's not real.
You guys, I hate it. Like, I really don't like it.
Do you actually?
I don't actually like it at all. Like,
You'd have to have big cojones to wear that.
I'm not a fan of this.
You know when black markers, yeah, they always like run out of ink a lot earlier.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It's like someone's coloring it and it just run out of ink.
Look, I know they have to do the sponsor, but guys, I don't know. I actually like that freaking kit without the sponsor, but you can't, right? Like Steak Talk, you got to evaluate what they got. I just think
they need to put the yellow outline on steak.com as well, because
no.
really making sure you can see it, like you know, really going for it. Like if they took that off and just had the black, I mean, I guess it would overlap with the run out marker pen, but you know that's the only problem.
It sucks for me, mate, because it's like you take out that logo. I'd wear that shirt. You take out that logo, I'd wear that.
The neck.
Yeah, the neck's fire.
Hang on, does the manufacturer say kill me?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, kill me. I thought it said kill me. Especially the geezer in the middle with his pose, like that pose going kill me now, like wearing this.
God.
Yeah, it's fitting though, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, you guys in the chat box, let us know what you guys think. It's a difficult one, yeah, because I think that sponsor thing in the middle is really killing it, but at the same time,
I think
really
it's a
like
really
the
good
part
kit
of
without it. Oh God.
Yeah, let's say
it's not a bad kit, but it's just a bit of a. It's just it's the sponsor.
Let's put it. Just see, we have too many in meh.
Do we?
Yeah, I think we have too many in meh. Let's put that one in there as well.
We could put it in meh for now, and then we can always move a few.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one now.
Watford do some nice kits with the yellow and red sometimes as well.
They do.
Yeah. I think it needed more red on it or something.
I like their one two seasons ago, to be fair, for Watford, but yeah.
This is pretty classic. This is not bad.
Yeah.
They actually, this is
that's clean, guys.
All of the claret and blue ones, this one is by far the best.
Yeah.
Do
you know what helps them out though is the sponsor really helps them out, because the Betway logo there, just nice and white, no messing about. Could have done with a capital B, but we'll let that slip. But other than that, I mean, you know what I mean?
Come on.
No, that's very. I like. It's such a classic. Good. It's a classic.
Every touch is perfect. Even the light blue around the bottom of the sleeve, just everything is perfect. The amount of color on the
collar kills me for the elite category. I don't know about you guys. I'm not a fan of that.
They could have done it better if they wanted to go for that look. It could have been done better.
Like the actual
is very
design
subtle.
Of it is.
That's what it's like a white trim. That's quite nice because it's there, but it's not saying look at me. You know.
So we can't put it in the elite then?
No, good but not elite. Yeah.
Good but not elite. Okay, good but not.
It's definitely a good kit. Yeah, I'd wear that.
All right, so let's keep it pushing. We have Wolves.
What
is that
dots?
white thing? What is that? Is that a spider's web or something? What is that?
Are the dots real? Are those 4 dots real?
Yeah.
Why? What is
this ad? What is this ad?
No, are they holes? Is that allowed like the smell to get out or something? Is it going to be some sort of
buttons and it tears away? You go boof.
Oh, poppers! Do you remember poppers? That's what it'll be.
What is that? Yeah, I have to be honest. It's just whatever, isn't it?
It's meh. It is.
Yeah, it's definitely meh. I don't think we really.
The collar's clean. I like that collar.
But you know what? I'll say to Wolves, they've at least they haven't done what some like Chelsea have done and just completely abused their kit. Like they haven't done much to it, but they also haven't made the worst possible kit. You know, they've just made it, and they really
burn it. Burn the next one. Just burn it.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, can I just say, this is Heung-min Son reaching out for a trophy. It's not coming. It's not coming, buddy. There's nothing coming.
The only thing he got was a contract renewal. Yeah, miserable guy.
Cheap.
I mean,
Absolute cheap.
isn't this made out of like trash? I think they said it was made out of like recyclables.
Yeah, plastic bottles, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everything's.
It's actually
Hey,
trash.
you can
Plastic-
actually
it is
see
made-
that.
I'm
Like, it's
dying.
so-
It is made out of plastic bottles. I mean, it's so
Actually-
ironic, isn't it?
Oh
Toilet
my God.
paper.
They reduced, reused, and recycled.
So I'm guessing there's no environmental damage if we burn it, because then they can just reuse it for actual usage. This isn't going to get anything.
Oh my goodness!
I wouldn't even wipe my ass with that shirt. I'm telling you now.
It looks
I
like a
feel
piece of
bad for my
toilet
asshole.
paper. A Band-Aid.
You would.
Yeah. This is
It actually does look at the texture, right? And it looks like a Band-Aid. You know, it actually
Yeah.
does.
Mm.
It's
You
shit.
don't even burn this. You literally stick it on the back of a rocket, send it off to like Jupiter, and you just nuke it, don't you? Basically.
yes. Yeah, we definitely
Like-
need a different category for this one. This is
But let's be
horrible.
real, right? Because all the Spurs fans are gonna just recycle their kits anyway, so it's all good. It's good for the
Yeah.
environment. At least they thought about that, and you know, that's fair enough. In it, at least Nike thought, right? What's the kit we can actually recycle again? Spurs, right? We'll
Yeah.
do that.
So, Sulz, what do you think of Tottenham?
Shit.
What do you
This
think of
guy-
shit?
Tottenham.
Do you know what it is? Right, let's try and be objective for a second, right? Let's just try and be, let's be fair. Take off that stupid cockerel on a basketball. What would we be saying about it if it wasn't Spurs?
Honestly,
Still
bad.
shit.
Like I think it's boring.
Still shit, innit?
Boring.
Yeah.
Still
exactly.
shit.
Still
Yeah.
bad.
And you know
I
what,
just
though?
thought I'd give him opportunity. I thought I'd put it out there,
And can I just say, like, the thought, like the narrative around this guy being so likable, he has the most punchable face I've ever seen in my whole
Oh,
life.
he's my agenda
cannot
player. Somebody
stand
asked
him.
me who is my agenda, and I said Son, and everyone was like, "Why? How?" I'm like, "Look at him! Don't you just want to hit him?" Like,
Do you know what's funny? I didn't even feel bad when he's crying. Like,
No.
it's actually quite funny.
it's
He
therapeutic.
cries at anything, doesn't he? Literally.
Yeah, he's such
You
a
guys act
child.
like he's this
Never let him watch
this
Bambi.
nice guy. He's so not. So we're gonna burn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye. Sorry. But you guys, just do you think that Harry Kane is gonna be there? Do you think
No.
he's leaving? What do you guys think? George, you saying no?
Yeah, no, he's definitely gone for me because I think the expenditure of Spurs in their kind of short time and also who they're linked with. They're really linked with like Vlahovic, who's just an exact Harry Kane replica, if you could, from Serie A, really in profile. And I just think he forces the move. It's been too public. It's gone to Robin van Persie for me. And I feel as though it's really only a matter of time at this point. I think it's tough, though. I think it's literally only because City are the team in question here. That's literally the only reason that I'm kind of confident on this, because they're the only team that I think could back their front in this kind of mentality. But yeah, no, I think he's gone.
So do you think he's gone or what?
I already told you what I know. You know, I'll speak. Well, I won't say who, but I was speaking to someone, and they've basically confirmed that it's basically going to happen. City will meet the evaluation, and you can bet by the end of the season, Kane will definitely be a City player.
Scott, do you think it's worse for Harry Kane to leave Spurs? Like, I know initially, like, even if you look at like Aston Villa and their situation with Grealish, initially you're laughing at their fans because they're losing like their guy, like their favorite player, like whatever. But I have reservations about Daniel Levy and Spurs, well, mostly Spurs, getting 150 million pounds cash injection into their team to reinvest and to make it better. I think this might be a little bit of a hot take, but for me, I think they are held back by Harry Kane because he's such a big player and they don't have the funds to reinvest. If you asked me, like, what, I get Harry Kane does a lot, but even with Harry Kane, they're mid-table. You know what I mean? So if you were to bring in some other players, wouldn't you be better? Do you think it's better from like an Arsenal perspective for him to go or for him to stay?
I think you have to look at it whether you're going with your red tinted glasses or use your head, because I agree with you that they wasted the Bale money, didn't they? They didn't invest that wisely, and this is even more money, and I think it will be invested better. I feel like yes, we can all sit there and go, "Oh, you've lost Katie, he's one of your own," and we'll all laugh. And then ultimately after that moment, that we get to laugh for a bit, and then it'll die down. But he'll go on and win multiple trophies at City, no doubt. But I think that, it might actually long term, I think it's going to possibly a good thing for Spurs. It's just that they don't know it yet. You got to think this guy, he's all for, he's the best thing ever, but he cost them potentially a Champions League. He was not fit to play in that game. And he was selfish, and he came out to the media and made everyone and told the media, I'm fit. So he backed Pochettino. He made Pochettino have to pick him, because if he hadn't have done that, Pochettino potentially could have had the option to not start him in that final. And he forced his way into that team, and he put himself before the club. And his selfishness may have been what cost him that European trophy. And thank God he did. But Spurs fans, the ones that unfortunately I've got quite a few colleagues and friends who are Spurs fans, ironically, not many of them are having meltdowns about it. Not like they were before. I think they've come to an acceptance that if it doesn't happen now, it's going to happen. And realistically, with his age, his injuries, he's still picking up more like hamstring injuries now, and I expect that not to change. And so, if they manage to hold him for another year, how much is that going to cost them when they try and sell him next year? And who's to say that City would want him next year? And if you look at all of historically the teams in Europe that have got a lot of money, they haven't got it anymore. So I think, from an Arsenal perspective, it might not be a good thing, but we'll all laugh and enjoy the moment when he goes, and we'll banter him off, and when he holds his City shirt up, or but I think you're right. I think that they're potentially, if they invest it wisely, and also they're getting linked with Martinez a couple of days ago. We had a bit of a meltdown about that. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if there is any legs to that one, then that pretty much tells you all you need to know, doesn't it? Because why would you be looking?
I could see it, Scott, because while we've been recording, there's been news that Chelsea have reached an agreement with Roma for Tammy Abraham for 34 million. Right. So you kind of follow that thread. They'll need a striker. Yeah. It's either Vlahovic, or if they go name, because you're thinking, if you're Spurs, you're balancing right now. Do I buy a name or a similar profile? Like, what do I want to do? I can see Levy trying to soften the blow with buying a name.
Yeah, because he's got the ego. He done that with Mourinho, didn't he? When he brought Mourinho, he knew sacking Pochettino is sacking a manager that had gotten to a Champions League final, like got them to levels that they could only dream of. And his ego was like, okay, who ticks all the boxes? Who's going to be a name? And he went for it. So he's got history. He's got previous on it. And I agree. I think there'll be one, what would you call a name or a big signing? Whether it works it out or not, you never really truly know. But then it'll be supplemented. And they, as a squad, they may actually be better off of it, after they've spent it. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely see. And we'll see what Arsenal does, for the rest of the transfer window. I'm sure that that's what people are most interested in. But we hope that you had a good time just laughing about the kits and just having a good time. You guys, we have to have fun every once in a while. You know what I mean? But we don't have enough time really to go back and edit this. But ultimately, this is what we came out with. The elite kits were hold on, I can't even see that. The Brighton kit and the Leeds kit. Good but not elite is the Arsenal kit. Crystal Palace, Man City, and West Ham. Meh was all of these. Southampton, Aston Villa. What is that one? Leicester, Liverpool, Manchester United, Watford, and Wolves. In the bin. The Wish Sheffield. No, what is it? The Wish Southampton kit for Brentford. Which one is that one?
Burnley.
Wish Villa kit.
Burnley. Oh yeah, Wish Burnley. The other Kazoo kit, the yellow and green one. I just can't even. Burnett, Chelsea, Newcastle, and those who will not be mentioned. So yeah, that's what we came up with. Oh, we have a super chat here from Jim really quick. Hey Jim. Jim said, will you guys be watching the Gooners versus Cancer stream on Wednesday? I will try to watch as much as I possibly can. I know it's like a 24-hour stream. So I will try to watch it when I can, but I know I'm working on that day. I'll be out of here. I won't be at home, but I will try to watch it. And you guys, if you're not following Gooners versus Cancer, Mike from the Gooners Pod, he is running that's his charity. That is his charitable arm as a part of his podcast, and he does a lot of work for cancer and all of that. He does a lot of great events, and it's really unfortunate that we won't be able to go to Orlando or Vegas to help him out there, because we were going to go in person and like really try to raise money. But I will try to watch it if I can. If you guys have a chance, you guys should watch it. We have another super chat here from Dembele's Equilibrium, I think it is. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
He says Arsenal need to act fast and get Tammy Abraham. Well, you can't act fast on Tammy Abraham if you still have Lacazette at the club. You guys don't even want to get me started on that, to be honest. Yeah. Oh, and you guys want me to show the flyer? Give me a second, really quick. I will pull it up. Gooner versus cancer.
You couldn't bring in another striker. Well, we got Laka, Alba, and Nketiah there.
I mean, that's really what it is, isn't it?
With Balogun and Martinelli.
Yeah.
You have 5 options, so get at least
Martinelli
2.
should be out on the left. I think we should see Martinelli out on the left. If that displaces Aubameyang, then so be it. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, it's really a shame, isn't it? We really can't move
season,
on.
Yeah, he needs to be left wing in the Premier League, and then you can throw him on as a striker or a centre forward in those starter games, like in the starting groups of the starting round, of the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, just to give him minutes there. But don't trust him as a striker just yet.
Oh, he's my future number 9, long-term
yes.
followers. And I think that transition happens in AFCON. That's been my crystal ball little prediction when Oba kind of goes for AFCON. I think that's what we see. But
here, you guys, this is Mike's Gooner versus Cancer Twitter page here, and all the information for the 24-hour podathon. It starts at 7 p.m. UK time, and Kevin Campbell will be there, Lee Dixon, Perry Groves, Charles Watts, Gunnar Blog, Chris Wheatley, Simon Collings, James Benge, Elliot from Arsenal Vision, Highbury Squad. Like, a lot of people are going to be involved with it. So, make sure you guys get involved. And yep, that's going to be it for the stream today. I want to thank Scott for being here. Thank you so much for giving us your time and hanging out with us. Is so much fun. Yeah,
thank you for having me. Yeah, been great.
You did good. I loved it. So much fun. Sulz and George, thank you for hanging out with me as usual. You guys know you're my peoples. We'll be back tomorrow, you guys, to do we're going to be doing our Premier League prediction show. And that'll be with George, Sulz, and Harry. We'll be doing like all of the Premier League predictions. So who's going to get the golden boot, most assists, where we're going to be ranked, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you guys are here. And we'll also be introducing the new channel memberships tomorrow. So make sure you guys are here at 10 p.m. UK. Yep. I've been Jessica. I've been your host. I've been Jessica. Yeah, you guys, it's been a long day. But I'm your host. You can follow me on Twitter at it. Shut up.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff. So yeah, you guys, goodbye. See you guys next time. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah.